And welcome to another episode here on the channel. My name is ChaosMole, and today we watch 4 minutes of pure gameplay for Armored Core 6. And yes, fair warning, I will sometimes say Armored Core because that's what I did as a kid. I'm a dingus, and now it's stuck in my head for over 30 years. So please, if you're hearing that, just ignore it. Think for a moment what a dingus and then move on. It will happen. I cannot stop it. But yeah, we'll watch this together. I haven't watched it yet. And then we will take a little bit of a deep dive of what we are seeing here. This footage has been used quite a bit by outlets around the world when they are talking about their first gameplay session for Armored Core 6, and they don't have like original create or recorded content their own, right? They have to use this one, which is available, and this is just the unedited footage, which I will just talk a little bit over, give my thoughts, and then again we are taking a deep dive at that. Don't forget, if you enjoy this video, to leave a like at the end of the video, and also subscribe to the channel if you want to see more Armored Core 6 content here. Let's do this. Enough talk. Okay, that's the industrial complex thing they have been showcasing before. Man, that level design looks pretty neat. Ooh, look at that sweetheart mech. Are they still called glints? By the way, are we back to glints? I know that they changed the names. There was another name at some point they introduced, but I think we are back to glint. Oh yeah, I know the sound doesn't sound great. It's just something in the background. We might actually mute the sound if it gets too atrocious. This looks great so far. Man, I love the free roaming, flying around. The movement feels really smooth. Oh, that little sidekick there to move to the right. Ah, that's pretty. Oh yeah, that's not a... Yeah, that sound is not great. Unfortunately, this is the only good quality we have of this footage without another person talking over it. By the way, I will put the footage down below in the video description if you want to check it out for yourself without me talking over it, and then you can do that. So far, this looks very much like Armored Core in a nutshell. Like the movement. Ooh, was that a kick? Wait, did you just kick him? Oh, that's new. Oh, that's new. I mean, melee itself is not necessarily new, but kicking is definitely new. Like, you normally always needed a melee weapon. Okay, different ways you can take. It feels a bit... Maybe I'm just wrong here, but it feels a bit slower. Like, this is definitely not one of the heavy mechs. Whoa, what is that thing? Oh, you have a front shield now? Oh, that's cool, man. Oh, there's the energy blade in the arm. Nice. Always loved that thing. The lightsaber. That's a pretty cool loadout. Oh, you can have like a scan. I wonder how many modules and stuff you can actually have in the game. Yeah, we don't see the interface, so no rocket barrage or like how many rockets you have and how many ammunition you have. But ammunition was always a very important part of the Armored Core series, I'm wondering. Oh, here we go. Oh my god, look at that. That's some sweet loadout. Yeah, we would definitely go over this after we are done here. I don't wanna interrupt right now. But that looks already fantastic. Oh, I love the colorization. Orange! My channel colors. Ooh, that's a boss fight. Whoa, and that's a big sword. I love the legs, man. Legs look really cool. It looks more interactive. When you were going back to the old Armored Core games, like a lot of the bosses didn't react to your actions. A lot of the mechs didn't really react to your actions, and they were just shooting at you and you were shooting back. right? Like that was basically what you got. And ooh, this is a big boss fight. So maybe before that one, that was just a mini fight. Whoa. Very, very Dark Souls-esque, which again makes sense, right? From Software. Very Dark Souls-esque, with like the different things happening. Got the EMP attacks. This reminds me so much of there was a big bug, game-breaking bug in Four Answers where you could fight the spirit of Mother Will, and EMP was really good against the boss. Unfortunately, whenever you would EMP the spirit of Mother Will, you only had, what, like 2 FPS? Like literally 2 FPS. So, yeah. That was great. That looks really good. Really happy. Okay, let's have a look at this here. The Laser Dagger. Laser Dagger developed by Arquebus. Close range combat using lightweight craft. So there's the attack power, the impact, consecutive hits. Oh, how many attacks you can have? The weight, EN load? I wonder what that is. Energy load, I assume. And they are all your 60 numbers. I love 60 numbers. Show me more. Please show me more. It's BMLG-1. This is a missile launcher. 4-cell missile launcher. Okay. There you have the attack power again. So you're shooting 4 missiles as one attack. And you have 113. Okay, that makes sense. Oh no, you have a total rounds of 140. There you go. I wonder what the impact is supposed to mean. Is this how you can like stagger the enemy? Is there like a stagger system in the game? I wonder about that. But that seems to be really important, especially for bigger enemies. I love the current load and what it might do to your Mac. I assume that when you are over this threshold, like your suit will get compromised, or you cannot use it, and you have to get like a better chassis or leg for this to work. I mean, that's how it worked. Whoa, not so fast here. That's how it worked in the previous Armored Core games. Oh yeah, look at that. So we would lose the boost speed. The weight would go up significantly. The same goes for the EN load. Rounds are going down, that's fine, but everything else is going up quite a bit. This is a plasma rifle. What was the previous attack? This one, what is this? Oh, this is a homing missile. Okay. This is a homing missile. But you would get like a lot of weight to it, even though I have to say you are still not over the limit, so it should be alright, right? Yeah. Whoop, not like that. So, what is this? Oh, we have a shortage. So we are now over the maximum. That's interesting. So we are now over the maximum. And give me just a second here, folks. Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Yeah, excuse the double person there for a second. Just ignore me, please. So what do we have here? Those are the different legs. This is the crawler leg we have right now. Bipedal legs for scout ACs. Oh, interesting. Wow, they're pretty thick for scouts. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Then they showcase the Kazur. Lightweight reverse joint legs developed by Schneider. These legs sacrifice stability and defense performance to provide exceptional jumping performance, enabling agile transition to aerial combat. Whoa, everything is going down. That's freaking interesting. So they are losing everything here. But you have better jumps, I assume? What is that? Oh my god, look at some of the legs. I love the bipedal four-leg thingy. Do they showcase that? No, they do not. Okay, so we are putting in... God damn it. So we are putting in a generator. This one's focusing on EN capacity. So that is going up. I wonder what the cooling speed does. Emergency cooling speed. Interesting. The weight is going up. That makes sense. But we get far more energy. Yeah. That makes sense. All right. I wonder what like all those numbers will do in the end to your Mac. Like if you have never played the Armored Core games, I think they dumped it down a little bit from what I'm seeing here. Like some of those previous games had some crazy numbers and some crazy Excel sheets where you literally thought you would play a different game. You would play a game which is just about management, right? Like as if you were playing a management game and not really a mech fighting game. And I find that so interesting. They dumped it down for sure, which I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's really bad. Like too much was superficial anyways, and some of the features were just why is that even in? Who is looking for that? Who is working with this? Right? So I'm not really too pissed about it, to be honest. Like I'm okay with it. So we have a new generator in, right? Oh, here we can see the whole loadout. So we have the right arm, the left arm, the right pack, the left unit pack. Okay, this is very much like the previous AC games. Yeah. And there's the frame, the head, the core, the arms, and the legs. Keep in mind that some Armored Core games, depending on the legs, you could also put some things on the legs when you had like those really beefy ones. But can't say if that is a thing here or if this is again also coming down to the legs. I don't know. I don't know. Then we have the inners. We have the booster, the FCS, whatever that is, and the generator. We have no expansion. I wonder what the expansion does. Huh. Yeah. Wonder what the expansion does. Man, that rifle looks amazing. Gosh. And that's it, right? Oh, you can change the AC name. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That mag looks so sick. Okay, here they just changed the colors, right? Give it a different paint job. And that's that. Let's go back to the beginning here, because I want to talk about this a little bit. Like, first of all, the level design looks absolutely amazing. From Software really got good at level design in the past decade or so. When you were going back to some of the older Armored Core games, it's a bit, we are learning stuff, right? We are learning stuff. The movement feels really good just for looking at it. I love the little side boosters they have, right? When they're like going to the left, to the right. They had something similar in the previous Armored Core games where you could just strafe right, strafe left. You could also do that on the ground. Yeah, you can see here he was like flying a little bit over the ground instead of walking. So we see another fight here coming in. First you're shooting off the rockets. Makes sense. I would love to see the interface. They use the blade, the plasma blade. It feels much more dynamic. It feels fast, but also a little bit slower than the previous AC games. Not Assassin's Creed. But the previous AC games were very, very fast. The kick, man. Can we see this again? This is completely new. There was no kick in Armored Core 6. Or in Armored Core games, not Armored Core. There is a kick in Armored Core 6, actually. But there is no kick in the previous Armored Core games. Like, if you wanted to do, like, any melee attack, you needed a melee weapon. I think he's kicking, right? Right? He is kicking here. He's boosting forward. Yeah, he is kicking. I was like, maybe he is punching them with the left arm. No, that was a kick. That's hilarious. I love a kick, man. There's definitely a new thing, and I love it. I also love now that you have multiple paths. Like, they made it very clear that you are still doing missions, but those missions are pretty open. Not gonna lie, I wouldn't have minded if they're actually using like the Dark Souls approach on just an open world, or Dark Souls-esque when you were just following a path instead of having those missions you were approaching. I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't have minded that at all. God, I love the little boosters and stuff. That looks so amazing. I also love the skin. I wonder if the skin is part of something you have to build in, or if this is just standard. This looks amazing, by the way, with the fire. I wonder if you can get hurt by that. I assume so. Like, environmental damage was implied back in the day, but I can't remember if there was really ever environmental damage in AC games. Why do I say AC6? Because I'm watching AC6 and this is confusing me. By the way, if you know that, if there was actually environmental damage, let me know down below in the comments. This fight, man, this is freaking smooth. Like, the previous AC games were not always, but quite a bit focused on the whole slow fight, big enemies, boss fight kind of things, right? Like, where they always had like tower high boss battles, and they were relatively slow, all things considered. There were some quick ones. There were some quick ones, for sure. Especially if you did fight just some of the normal like normal AC pilots as enemies. But it's kind of weird. Like, it feels slower than the previous AC games, but still very quick. I think there is more method now in the dodging. Like, in the previous AC games, at some point it could go so crazy that you were literally just zip-zapping. Serpentine, serpentine, serpentine. Like, that's what you were doing for a lot of times of the AC games. And I'm kind of glad that they are not like doing that anymore, and you have to be a little bit more focused on when you dodge. It's still fast. Like, you could see it right here, right? When he is zapping to the left and then immediately does it to the right here in this scene. Like, to the right, to the left immediately. Like, the old zip-zapping feeling is still there, and it makes me really, really happy to see that. But it's more controlled. I don't see the interface, so I don't know how often they can do the dodge. In the previous AC games, depending on which one you played actually, there was infinite dodging. But you had to do that because there was so much stuff going on the screen that it literally just was dodge, 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 dodge. And it became crazy. Like, again, this one is much more controlled and feels much more like I'm looking at Dark Souls here right now and what to expect from a Dark Souls boss fight, right? And I'm okay with that. Also, the weapon is overheated? No, it's like a super shot he prepared. That's kind of cool. But yeah, this looks really good. Like, they clearly took ideas from the Souls games, which again makes totally sense. It's From Software we are talking about. But this feels like their own. And I love that. EMP seems to be still pretty strong. Like, EMP was one of the more OP weapons in the game, because you're fighting against mechs all the time, and having a weapon which is specifically designed against that is probably helpful. But it seems like this time you need more EMP hits before the mech is going shut down and you can attack them. Yeah, you can see it right here. This was definitely the threshold where the EMP stunned the mech, whereas at the beginning, where he hits them with some of the EMP rockets, he is still doing its thing right here, right? He gets hit by it, doesn't care. He moves on. So I assume there's now a threshold you have to overcome first with your EMP before you can, like, shut them down for a few seconds. Like, here it's clearly shutting down, and then you can just give him the rest. Yeah. Again, this looks freaking amazing. I'm looking forward to more of it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please don't forget to leave a like, and also consider to subscribe to the channel for more Armored Core 6 videos, and probably also a full playthrough of the game. Yeah. With that said, thank you so much for watching. Stay safe.